Very good afternoon to you. You are watching Lunch Primetime News. Before we go into the headline, a good news for our cricket fans. According to AccuWeather over here, mostly cloudy weather expected over the island in the next few hours. So our cricket fans can be anticipating at least some overs in the game, the fifth ODI of England versus Sri Lanka. Before we take a look at the stories in detail, let's take a look at the headlines.
MP Vasudeva Nanayakkara claims the information he produced before, claiming the Grand Hyatt Colombo deal had been fixed, had now been confirmed. More than 70 students attached to the Hatton Sripada teacher training school hospitalized due to food poisoning. US Treasury Secretary meets Saudi Crown Prince despite criticism. And Sri Lanka-England 5th ODI to be held at the R. Premadas Stadium today.
On to our lead story this afternoon. Parliamentarian Vasudeva Nanayakkara claims the information he produced before, claiming the Grand Hyatt Colombo deal had been fixed, had now been confirmed following the publication of a newspaper advertisement on the matter.
In a letter to Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe, the Finance Minister Mangala Samaravira, the MP points out the advertisement published in the newspapers on the 18th of October calling for expression of interest for the Grand Hyatt and Hilton Colombo had given time only up to 31st October. The MP notes the advertisement itself is evident that the time given is hardly adequate for international bidders to be able to respond, as large corporates need time to make management decisions. The MP goes on to note these are prefixed deals already in place. The MP requests the Prime Minister and the Finance Minister to stop forthwith proceeding with the advertisement and extend the time given at least to 3 months.
The court granted permission to send the mobile phone of Operations Director of the Anti-Corruption Movement, Namal Kumara, to Hong Kong with regard to the telephone conversation said to have been deleted. The order was given when the CID presented facts before the Fourth Magistrate today. The CID informed court today that out of the 124 voice clips, 123 matched with the voice of the former DIG of the TID, Nalaka De Silva and Namal Kumara. CID added that certain clips that were in Namal Kumara's phone had been deleted. The CID requested permission to send the mobile phone to Hong Kong regarding the said deleted audio clips, and Fourth Magistrate Lanka Jayaratna granted permission. Lawyer representing Namal Kumara, attorney at law Maitri Gunaratna, said when there is adequate evidence, DIG Nalaka De Silva is not being arrested as a result of some pressure. CID informed court that they did not experience any pressure. They added that statements are still being recorded from Nalaka De Silva, and once the process is over, the legal action will be taken. The Indian national, who has been detained over the assassination plot of the President and the former Defence Secretary M. Thomas, was presented before court today. The Indian national said that he is being harmed by the CID and said he wants to provide in writing the threat he has against his life. The court granted permission for the above request, and our correspondent said that the statement is being recorded at present. Still on local news, more than 70 students attached to the Hatton Sripada teaching training school have been hospitalized due to food poisoning.
Kottagala Hospital sources said the group had consumed rice with chicken curry for dinner yesterday, and since this morning many were showing symptoms of food poisoning.
The Sri Lanka Navy said 2 people were arrested with 157.1 kilograms of cannabis in the North Sea.
This raid was carried out while on patrol yesterday. The Sri Lanka Navy suspects the stock of cannabis were to be smuggled from India to Sri Lanka. The suspects were aged between 19 and 29 years, and they were residents of Madagal area in Jaffna.
A field training exercise of the Sri Lanka Army is underway from Trincomalee to Jaffna.
The main aim of this Harmathan training exercise is designed for the overseas-bound contingents to orient to the UN guidelines that have been laid in trouble-torn Mali. Another training in line with this will be held at the desert of Mali. The field training exercise commenced on the 19th of this month, and it is due to end tomorrow. The training exercises are conducted in North, East and North Central provinces. There were about 60 army vehicles and 400 troops engaged in this field training exercise.
Still on local news, 2 individuals were critically injured in an accident in Nochiagama along the Anuradhapura-Putlam main road.
The accident took place when a lorry travelling from Ambalangoda to Mana collided with a lorry parked in the Nochiagama town. The driver of the lorry, who was travelling towards Mana, has been admitted to the Nochiagama Regional Hospital. Further investigations are underway. Meanwhile, another accident has been reported in the Irattaperiyakulam along the Vavuniya A9 road. The 4 individuals, including the driver of the van, sustained minor injuries and were admitted to the Vavuniya General Hospital. Vavuniya police said the accident had taken place due to the rain and the driver of the van has been unable to control the speed of the vehicle.
The US Embassy in Colombo, in a press statement, says a delegation from the US Department of State's Office of Weapons Removal and Abatement were in Sri Lanka to observe US-funded demining activities. The projects are part of the nearly 600 million Sri Lankan rupees in assistance that the US Department of State has provided towards Sri Lanka's demining efforts in fiscal year 2018.